and welcome back to my channel, Aquarian Empress Tarot. For those of you guys who are new to the channel, welcome. To my returning subbies, welcome back, you guys. So, I'm live a little bit early. Because before I do Virgo's reading, because I don't plan on being up late tonight, but I wanted to, one, do a few readings, and two, just reiterate the rules on my channel and what I will and will not tolerate for this year. So if you're watching the live stream, feel free to hop in. If you like a reading, feel free to hop in. Donations only. Let's see. Hey Aisha love, how are you? How are you? Hang on. I'm finna help you out. I'm finna post some links. M probably won't be back, just so you know. Let's see. Hang on a second. Let me copy. Copy and share. I'm finna share my links. So anybody that's hopping into the live stream, they can donate. No, I have not. I have not. What is it about? Hang on. Hang on. I keep hearing about a show called Insecure. I'm tempted to watch it. I keep hearing about a show called Insecure. I'm tempted to watch it. I keep hearing about a show called Insecure. I'm tempted to watch it. I keep hearing about a show called Insecure. I'm tempted to watch it. I keep hearing about a show called Insecure. I'm tempted to watch it. Whew. Okay. So I ended up having to come home early today because it snowed. It snowed here. So the roads were bad. So I ended up having to leave work early. So I got home early and I was like, oh, let me go live early. Yeah, they said that the season is over for Insecure. So I plan on going back and watching it because I'm already like currently finishing watching another series. So I'm like, I hate when you start, you know how when you start watching a series, you want to watch the series in order. And I'm almost done with a series. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try to start watching that one because people have been talking so much about it. And I was like, But they were talking about how it's the perfect example of settling for less than you deserve. And you know how we talk about that so much here on my channel. And so I wanted to briefly just discuss. Hang on a second. Let me get some toilet paper. My nose is running. Oops, sorry. Oh yeah, girl, yes. I had to drive extremely slow this afternoon. Excuse me. I had to drive extremely slow to get home, but I was blessed. I made it safely. I slid just a little bit, but it was just lightly, like, you know, like with turns and stuff. But I made it home, and I'm blessed and grateful for that. I took my time. Trust me, I was in no rush. I will take my time in the morning because it stopped snowing like early this afternoon, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So I know, you know how when snow melts and then it freezes over, it's a whole nother mess that you got to deal with. So I know in the morning when I get up for work, it's probably going to be iced over. So I'm going to take my time and just go slow. But what I was going to say was, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw my live stream. Because after Monday night's live stream, I was a little bit pissed because I hate when people, 2022 for me personally is a year of growth. It's a year of transformation for me. So if you're going to join my channel, if you're going to subscribe to my channel, if you're going to follow me on Instagram, you're going to have to be real about whether or not you really want to heal and you really want to grow. Because people who stay stuck and they come in your energy, they drain you. They drain you and they pull you into that toxic energy. They pull you down and they want to keep making excuses or justify stupid behavior. And I'm not for it. So this, going forward, I'm no longer going to be taking multiple questions on the same topic or same questions that people pose in the middle of my live stream. I'm not going to do it. What I'm also not going to do is be disrespected on my channel and argued with or debating with anyone here. I'm not going to do it. I will block you, I will refund you, and remove you from my page. That's point blank, period. So if you feel the need to be coddled because you're overly sensitive and you can't handle the truth being spoken to you, then go somewhere else. Unfollow, unlike, unsubscribe, period. Because I'm not going to change my personality to coddle your emotions. That's what I'm not going to do. And that's what happened. Earlier this week, that's exactly what happened. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people asking the same questions that your intuition, because everybody wants to tell you, oh, they're intuitive. They're intuitively guided. Okay, so your intuition should have been told you that this situation is not working for you and you need to do something different. So you can sit and argue about how long it takes you to move through a process, or how long it takes you to grow or balance your emotions or heal or whatever you want to say. But at the end of the day, nobody's going to do it for you. You have to want to do it for yourself. So I'm not tolerating that. So for those of my moderators who are going to be here, just so y'all know, if somebody comes in here and they're asking the same questions repeatedly, red flag, block. I don't care who it is, because I'm not tolerating it. Also, I think I can, and I said this in my IG stream. Exactly, Aisha. I said this in my IG stream too. Like, you can't, that's like, and I use this example, right? Let's say I'm trying to cook macaroni and cheese. And the way I do it, it's messed up. It's burned, it sticks to the pot. Girl, it's a hot mess. I have to throw it out. So I call my mom. My mom is a really good cook, by the way, just so y'all know. She's a Taurus. So I call my mom and I say, hey, Mom, I'm having trouble with this. Can you help me out? Do you have a recipe or a way I can do this? She says, yeah, baby, let me give you the recipe. This is how you do it. These are the steps. This is how you prepare it. And it'll turn out great every time. She's giving me the advice. She's instructing me on what to do. It's on me to have, when you come to someone because you need them, you have to have a spirit of what? Humility. I know it goes over a lot of people's heads, but you have to have a spirit of humility. You have to be willing to accept that information. That's just like for a job. You have to be willing to accept the terms and conditions of that contract in order to work for that employer. They say we need you here from 9 to 6. That's what you're agreeing to do. Why? Because you need that money. You need that source of income. It's no different if you were to go to the doctor. Something was wrong. You go to the doctor, they run tests, they come to a conclusion, and they tell me, well, you know, Ms. Jones, we found this, and this is what's going to have to be done, and we're going to have to get it done quickly. What do I look like telling the doctor, well, I'm just not ready to deal with that right now. I'll deal with it on my time. They give me a regimen to follow. I'm damn near death, but I'm gonna sit here and argue with the doctor who's a professional in his field and tell him that I know my body, I know what I need, and I'll thank you. Then what did I go to the doctor for? Do you see what I'm saying? I put myself in their care. They try to treat me, they try to give me the care, and I resist the treatment. It is, Aisha, that's exactly what it is. And I resist the treatment. No different for tarot readers. People come to us for guidance, clarification, insight, and that type of thing. So if the reader is telling you, hey, I don't think this is a great idea because based on what the cards are showing, you come to see whatever messages Spirit has, the reader is, we are the conduit for Spirit. We're the in-between. Hey, Aquarian, how are you feeling, love? We are the conduit for Spirit. So whatever the messages Spirit gives, that's the message we relay. Whether the querent accepts that message or not, it's not my job to coddle whatever emotions you've got going on. Whether you're afraid, you're nervous, you're anxious when you come to me, that's not my problem. My thing is to give each person that comes to me, viewer, subscriber, client, anyone who books with me, to give them the insight that Spirit gives me to give you. Now, of course, because people want to be arrogant and argue, well, it's my life and it's my decision and I do this. And okay, so since you have a better way, go do it. Since you have the answers, why are you coming to me? Stop wasting my time, stop wasting your money, and go somewhere else. Do you see what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, Aquarian. I think you came in on the tail end this past Monday of my live stream. I think you came in so you didn't really get to see what happened, but I was just explaining how you have to have a sense of humility if you're asking someone for insight, if you're asking for advice and you're asking for an opinion. And am I wrong, Aisha? Was I not asked in that live stream for my opinion? And I gave it. I was asked. It wasn't unsolicited, it was asked. So the moment I give the opinion and the person wants to fight with me, I'm done. I'm no longer going to waste my time. I'm no longer going to waste my energy, especially when it's something that's been going on for a long period of time, like 2 years. That is such a long time to be stuck on stupid. It's such a long time. And if you're not willing to change and you're not willing to grow, that's your problem, not mine. What happened? Well, one person that was in here was asking the same question she asks every live stream about her connection. And as I was giving her the advice from Spirit, the messages that were in the cards about that connection that's been going on for such a long period of time is either going to stay stuck unless that person that they're in a connection with makes changes, or she leaves that situation altogether. She kept giving excuses as to why she was still holding on to it. She kept giving excuses as to why she enables his behavior. Yep, exactly. They will, Aisha, and it's not my problem. She kept giving it. She wanted to argue with me because I explained. Aisha was there, so she knows what I'm talking about. I explained that if you're really done with something, because I'm not stupid, Spirit's not stupid. That's why the answers have always been consistently the same. If you are really done with something, what do? You close it up. Close it up. Done. You literally cut it off. There's no contact. There's no text messages. There's none of that. There's no answering their phone calls. None of that, because they're blocked. Do you see what I'm saying? When you're done with someone, you are done with someone. But if you're still hanging on because you're just hell-bent on having this person, exactly. If you're still hanging on and then trying to tell me, because spirit cannot be fooled. Well, I'm withdrawing my energy. I'm not reaching out to them. But every time they call you, you answer. You're not really withdrawing your energy, so that's a lie. You're not really withdrawing your energy. Or every time they text you, you respond. So that's a lie. You're not, if you are really withdrawing your energy means cut it, done. But the problem is you want to continue hanging on to it and looking for an excuse to hang on to it, because whatever you've got in your mind about this person, you would think that after 2 years, if something was going to change, it would have been done happen by now. And that's the reality of when you don't want to accept constructive criticism or advice that you don't want to hear. Hey, Diana. Right, Aisha, you said 3 days. Try 2 years. Do you think somebody's really going to change after 2 years? Especially somebody who's over the age of 40. Do you think they're going to change just out of the blue? They've been that way. It's not going to happen. And so at some point, you as a person have to take accountability and say, I'm allowing this to continue on. That's why I said what I said, Aisha, when I told the person, you keep enabling them by answering every time they call. You keep this stupid cycle going on and on and on, but you don't want to hear what I have to say because I'm too cutthroat. I'm too honest. I'm too direct for you. So go to somebody who's going to tell you what you want to hear, because I'm not that person. And I'm not going to stop being who I am. And I'm not going to stop speaking the truth, because people need to come out of that delusional state. But like you said, Aisha, there's a lot of, I think the word for it is, covert narcissism? That's what it is. And so that person they project those emotions onto other, and it's not my problem. Your insecurities are not my problem. Your anxieties are not my problem. I'm only here to give advice from spirit. Either you take it or you don't. But I'm no longer going to waste my time. People asking me, well, how does this person feel about me? You've been dating this person for 6 months and you don't know how they feel? It is abuse, Aisha. I agree. I agree. Hey, Diana. You're probably wondering, like, what in the world what is she talking about? Were you here? You weren't here Monday. You weren't here in my live stream Monday. It was a hot mess. Someone had asked a question, and I spent like a good 45 minutes going back and forth with this person, explaining what spirit was trying to say about the situation. And they wanted to constantly defend their person, defend and justify their actions, instead of just humbly accepting the information, saying, you know what, this is true. This is true. I've been enabling this situation and I need to stop it. This stops now. It's way overdue. But when you want to stay stuck in a situation, you don't want to see anything or hear anything outside of that. And what I won't do is argue with anybody, especially not on my channel. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to play semantics. I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not fair to me. It's not fair to me, and it's not fair to the rest of my subscribers that come in. For me to spend damn near an hour with this person on the same question we've been going through for the past 2 years makes no sense. Y'all tell me if it makes sense. Because at some point, either you're going to heed the advice that's been given to you constantly, or you're just going to stay stuck on stupid. Either choice, I have nothing to lose. Anybody coming to me to ask for a reading, to ask a question, I have nothing to gain or lose by you doing whatever you want to do. It doesn't affect me. So, you know what I'm saying? Because if I didn't care, I would lie. I would sugarcoat things. I would tell you what I think you want to hear, because that's what some readers do. Some readers do that. They tell you oh, well, yeah, he's your twin flame. And, you know, you guys, he's going to come back around. He's going to come out of this. His energy is going to shift. No, it isn't. It hasn't shifted in 2 years. It's not going to shift. He's been the same person he was last year. He's the same person this year. He's the same person. And I hate when people lie, because then it makes people who are honest like me look like, oh, you're just so difficult. You're not compassionate. Right, Aisha? That's why I said For my moderators, the next time, if y'all see me going over 5 minutes, pull the plug. Damn, pull the plug. And the problem that I have with it, I'm okay with going a little bit deeper for somebody who's new to tarot or somebody who has a totally new question. But this person, and you can vouch for this, Aisha. Hell, Aquarian can vouch for this. Every time this person is in my live stream, they ask the same damn question, just in a different form. It's just worded differently about the same damn situation. Do you see what I'm saying? Nothing has changed. And they keep allowing it and enabling it because they don't want anything to change. And this is what I was explaining on Instagram the other night. It's like some people, if the person you're dealing with, he's an energy vampire, he transfers that negative, pessimistic, dramatic energy over to you, and then you carry it over to everybody else. Because we know as soon as you come in, what are you going to talk about? What are you going to ask? What are you going to be asking questions about? What does it revolve around? You see what, am I lying, Aisha? Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying. Everything is it's consumed around this other individual, which makes no sense to me. To be that obsessed with a connection is concerning to me. I don't understand it. When the solution is extremely simple and you keep ignoring the guidance, you keep ignoring the advice. And I have every right to say, I'm not answering that question anymore. I'm not dealing with it anymore. And I told the person that I'm not doing it anymore. So how they choose to deal with it is on them at this point, but I'm not answering that question ever again. It took a good, I want to say, Aisha, I may go back and replay it so I can just see how long it took, but it probably took a good 45 minutes if I had to guess for that one question. It felt like forever because the whole time I'm reading and I'm talking, it's another question or a comment or a comeback or a defense. Well, no, that's not what I did. What I did was, I don't care if you lick the floor. You're enabling this person. So sitting here trying to argue with me and justify his behavior still makes you look like a clown because you keep allowing this to happen and you're not doing anything about it. You're not willing to change. Yeah, on the second one, yeah. Yeah, but even on the second one, I felt like, girl, I felt like it was damn near 30 to 45 minutes. And it's not fair to anybody else who may have wanted a reading, who may have wanted to come in. Because if you have that many questions, guess what she should do? And she knows this because she's a moderator. Book a personal reading. If you have that many questions and that much concern about it, then be fair to everybody else on my channel and go to my website and book an in-depth reading. But don't sit here and take up all the time trying to explain yourself and defend this person who's been showing you nothing but shitty behavior for the past 2 years. And then you want to justify it by saying, oh, well, he called me the other day or he liked the Facebook post. That's not love. That's not support. Sorry, but it isn't. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened, Aisha. I'm pretty sure. I'm telling you, Spirit's not dumb. And I'm not dumb because if you notice, when I said that to her, she got quiet. She stopped typing in the chat. Because what I said was true. Hey, boo. Hey, Divine. And so that's what I'm not going to deal with anymore. I'm not going to deal with people asking me questions that you should intuitively be thinking about. If you've been with somebody longer than, I'm going to say at least 30 days, you should at least have an inkling of where that connection could possibly be headed. And that's kind of new. So I can give that to somebody because that's a very new connection. You know what I'm saying? If you met somebody, you've only been dating for a couple weeks, even a couple months. But after about 3 months, to be asking how they feel about you, sis, he's not the one. Sis, it's not going anywhere. You need to drop it. You need to drop it like it's hot today. And constantly making the excuse, well, I'm almost to the point, like Brandy said in her song, almost doesn't count, damn it. Either you're done with it or you're not done with it. So stop wasting everybody else's time. Because that's all it is. It's excuses. It's excuses and lack of accountability. And another tarot reader, I had one of her decks, Divine Feminine decks, but she was like, she was saying something the other day, and she was like, just for the record, everything is not always Divine Masculine's fault. And that's true. Because like you said, Aisha, narcissists project. They project. It's always somebody else's fault. Well, it's my fault because I'm not being sensitive enough. It's her person's fault because he's not consistent. He's not reliable. He's not stable. But guess what? You knew about everybody that you're pointing the finger at before you got involved. You knew what kind of reader I was. Straight up. No chaser. You knew what kind of person you were dealing with when you got with that person who's always been full of drama, always has something going on, avoids heavy subjects, heavy emotions, avoids talking about things he doesn't want to talk about, and it's always on his time. You knew all of that shit when you got involved. So to point the finger at everybody else but yourself for allowing it is unfair. It's unfair, and it's a lack of accountability. And it shows that you need growth and healing on your end, but nobody can make you do it. So you're right. Do it when you're almost to the point of doing it and see how that works out for you. That's exactly what I'm saying, Aisha. Sitting here trying to justify stupidity. Because it's a lie saying, well, I'm withdrawing my energy. Like I said earlier, withdrawing your energy is cutting somebody completely off. Withdrawing your energy, I'm not answering your calls. I'm not responding to your texts. I don't give a damn if you like a Facebook post. It won't get acknowledged by me. If I'm withdrawing my energy, I mean exactly that. I'm sorry to go off, y'all, but it pissed me off. It pissed me off to be challenged on my own channel. It pissed me off that this person can come in here and right, Divine, almost doesn't count. It almost don't count. You see what I'm saying? Brandy, honey, even Brandy said it don't count. Almost is not enough. Almost is not enough. And the crazy part about it is you want more from the very person that you're trying to justify and defend. It's like she defends his toxic behavior like, well, he's going through a lot. We've all been through a lot of things. We've all been through a lot. Well, it may take other people longer than some people to heal. I'm not dumb. I'm fully aware of that. But it doesn't take you damn near 2 years to figure out that somebody's not for you. It doesn't take you 2 years to figure out that somebody doesn't have his shit together and he won't have it together anytime soon and you're not included in his future. I don't know how else to say that nicely. There's no nice way of putting that. Like, y'all, tell me, am I being insensitive? Because I want to know, like, how else do you want me to say it? That's like the doctor has to tell you, okay, well, you have stage 4 cancer. How is there a nice way to say that to somebody? Well, you have stage 4 cancer and we're going to have to do surgery ASAP. Exactly, Divine. Exactly. Feeling attacked by the very people that are trying to assist you on your journey because you keep refusing to do it. See, look, Aquarian, you know what I'm talking about. You keep refusing the advice and saying, oh, well, I'm almost to the point. And you keep saying this every live stream, but you haven't done it yet. You haven't done it yet. Well, I just need my own time. For what? For what? Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's crazy. And the definition of insanity, as we all know, is doing the same thing and expecting different results. Listen, we was all aggravated that night. Because you get tired. You get tired of saying and repeating the same thing. And y'all saw me shuffle the cards like I always do. Y'all saw what came out. And I remember specifically, I had the 8 of Wands and I had the Hangman, right? And I told her, I said, this situation is going to stay stuck and stagnant with the Hangman until either your person makes a move or you walk out of here. You start to see things from a different perspective because the Hangman is about seeing things from a different angle and seeing the situation for what it really is, valuing yourself and walking the hell out of that situation because it's not going anywhere. But who am I? Who am I? So I'm like, at this point, and y'all are in the comment section saying, you know, you deserve better. You deserve to be treated better. This, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are really trying to encourage this person, and this person is not getting it. They are not getting it. So it's like, I don't understand. And I've had a few people like that. A few people that have come to me and booked readings with me personally who are not willing to hold themselves accountable because I've been told this one. Well, you know, you always talk about how the tarot is free will. I should be at least allowed to make my own decisions. I said, I've never told you to do anything. I've only told you what the card showed. What are you talking about? You have every right to do whatever you choose to do. Like I said, I have nothing to gain or lose. No reader does by whatever decision the person who's coming to us asks. We only relay the message. We're the messenger. What you choose to do with it after that is your business. But what I have the right to do is refuse you the next time you keep coming with the same bullshit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times and saying, oh, well, this is the situation. It's been the situation. You don't take the advice because you feel like you have a better way of doing things. So since you know better, then do better and go your way. Go your way. That's for the simple fact of not wanting to be humble, not acknowledging that you are your own problem, you are blocking your own relationship, and you're sabotaging it. You're sabotaging yourself, and you're sabotaging everybody else. Right, Aisha. And I told the person, I said, well, you know, I hope it all works out for you. I'm not going to keep doing it. Exactly, Divine. I've told several people that. Well, I hope it all works out for you. I'm not the reader for you. I wish you well. I wish you well. I wish you healing. I hope you get it figured out. That's it. I do not have the desire to argue with people who don't want to be helped. So this year, I'm only assisting in reading for people who actually value the information. No one tells you what to do. Reader, we don't tell people how to live their lives. We don't tell people how to live their lives. We show you what's in the cards. You choose to do whatever you want to do after that. That's on you. That's on you. But it's my job to let you know this is the situation. This is what Spirit said. Spirit said that this person is concerned about himself. He's trying to get his life together. What makes you think he's relationship material? Just because you want him to be doesn't make that the case. Just because you fantasize, this is what happens. People create a fantasy in their mind. Well, you know, I pictured us together, living together, married with kids, blah, 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 the whole 9 yards. And when reality kicks in, he's not about that life. He's trying to get his money up. He's at the peak of his career. He's in school right now. He's focused on his education. He's not focused on that. You see what I'm saying? No, I didn't. Aquarian, I didn't. I just simply said, this is what I'm not doing. I'm not arguing. I'm not debating. And I'm damn sure not answering that same damn question again. It's gotten to my last nerve. I'm not answering it anymore. But I can guarantee you she won't be back here. She won't be back here. Because I know how emotional she is. So I can almost guarantee you she won't be back here. Because she felt, just during that live stream, just like Divine was saying, Aisha was saying, everybody, if you were here, everybody was trying to get her to see. She felt attacked, which is why she was snapping at me, which is why she was trying to defend and justify her actions, because she felt some type of way. She felt that what I was saying was triggering for her, that I wasn't being understanding or patient. Mind you, she's been booking with me and been a subscriber on my channel for at least the past year, almost 2 years. Yeah. The thing is, I was so cool and calm during that live stream. I was like, really, I felt bad in a sense, because I'm like, How do you get somebody to see the truth? How do you get somebody to see something for what it is? But that's not my job. My job is to present the information. What you do with it is up to you. But I'm not going to stress myself. I'm not going to stress myself. So I doubt it. Like I said, when people have a victim mentality, because that's how it always starts here. Well, so-and-so's energy is off. So-and-so is not talking. I haven't heard from so-and-so. Exactly, Aquarian. And they do. And that, to me, that was manipulative. That's why I felt disrespected, low key. Low key, I felt disrespected because I'm like, you of all people, if you wanted your question to be private, one, because she sent the question in her PayPal instead of just booking a reading. If you wanted it to be private, then why did you ask it here? Like, things don't make sense. Do you see what I'm saying? It don't make sense. If you wanted it to be private, then why would you get on a live stream in front of the World Wide Web and ask the question? Exactly, Aquarian. Exactly. Monopolizing my time on my channel. So I felt disrespected. But, and I told her, I'm not answering that question anymore. Done with it. So whatever happens after that, happens after that. I'll probably be the villain of the story because I usually am for people who don't like to hold themselves accountable for their own situations and their own shit. But it is what it is. And I'm not going to change who I am to coddle somebody who can't get themselves together. And it's like, you can see everybody else's problems, but your own. You can tell everybody else what they should do or how they should be, but you can't see your own. You can't manage your own emotions. You can't manage your own relationship, but you can give advice to everybody else that comes in a live stream. It doesn't make sense to me. Let's see, who is this? Let's see. Delete. So I'm not doing it anymore. And then, the common question, how they feel about you. Exactly, Aquarian. But that's the thing. When you are in victim mentality, it's always somebody else. Well, you're not being understanding enough, or you're not being this enough. I've been extremely patient. I've been extremely understanding. Y'all were here. You witnessed it. And that's why I'm addressing it live, because it happened live. So I'm going to address it. But the thing is, I don't have any hard feelings towards the person. I actually have a lot of empathy for the person. And I actually pray that the person finds the peace that they're looking for. That they get the peace and they get the healing that they need to do and stop avoiding it. Because when you avoid it, it only gets worse. It only gets worse. But like you said, Aquarian, until you're ready to own your shit, until you're ready to hold yourself accountable and stop blaming everybody else, stop blaming your person, stop blaming your employer, stop blaming the reader, stop blaming everybody else, then you can't grow. You stay stuck because it's everybody else's fault. So, with that, moving on, there's just a lot of things I won't be doing this year. Like I said before, I am available for messages via email. People were offended by that. People are always offended by something that doesn't benefit them. Because at one point I was accepting DMs, but remember, I told y'all this. I talk about this all the time. People will be in my DMs and constantly, exactly. Yep, exactly. Just miserable. And that miserable, you can feel it. They carry that. It's like a cloud of misery and pessimism. And some people like that because it brings them attention. They get attention by being the basket case. They get attention by being the victim. They get attention by being the person that is just, everybody just does me so wrong. And it's always me. I always attract these kinds of people because you keep doing the same dumb shit. That's why. So it's like some people like drama because it gives them attention. They're now in the spotlight. Now everybody can feel sorry, sympathize. And there's a difference between sympathy and empathy. Everybody can, oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. And all of this, all of that. Some people like to wallow. They like to wallow in negative emotions. They like to sit there instead of moving on. Well, I just want to cry. For what? For what? There's other things to be done. Life goes on. Move on. Let it go. Move on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whew. Y'all. It's draining. It's draining. And it's just like, at some point, like you said, Aquarian, you have to own it. You have to own it and say, I'm the problem. I'm the problem. I'm the one who's not setting my boundaries. I'm the one who's not secure in myself. That's what it really is. I'm not secure in myself. So I'm confused. There's no reason to be confused when somebody clearly shows you consistently how they are. There's no reason to be confused. That's an excuse for hanging on. That's an excuse for trying to find a loophole in that situation. You're not confused. You want to try to hang on to the situation. You're not confused. You know exactly what's going on because they show you. They show you. But anywho, y'all. Like, I've just made changes for the better for this year. I want to grow as a person. I want to grow as a reader. I want to grow, and I want my channel to grow. I want my subscribers to grow, my clients, people who book with me. Like, I want growth for people. I want my people to be happy and have healthy relationships. Not this toxic bullshit, this constant in and out. Oh, well, I don't know how he feels about me this week. Well, last week he liked my Facebook post. This week I'm not hearing from him. Next week he's not texting me. Next week he's telling me he loves me and all these other little sweet nothings. And then the next week I don't hear from him because he's got stuff going on. Or every time I bring up money, he's got stuff going on. Or every time I bring up certain topics, he hangs up the phone. Hey, Tasha love. It's foolishness. I don't want that for any of y'all. Any of y'all no, I don't want that for y'all. I want consistent results. That's what I want. And that's one of the reasons why. But my mom, I have a lot of my mom's personality. We're very passionate people. So people will take me as being aggressive or very, what I was told, cutthroat. But I'm just very passionate and I'm very honest about what I'm seeing. So if I'm seeing, okay, we got the 3 of Swords, we got the 9 of Wands, and we got death here, that's telling me that this whole situation ain't good. And I'm gonna tell you just that. You need to figure this out because it's gonna end real fast. You see what I'm saying? But somebody else will want me to say it in a different way. I don't know how else to say it, but this ain't it. This ain't it. And that, you know what I mean? I am who I am, period. But people who know me know that. My family knows that. People who are close to me know that. Like I'm the type of person that gives to any and everybody. But at the same time, I'm older. I'm a grown woman. I'll be 35 at the end of this month. I don't have time for games and foolery. And I'm not tolerating it anymore. So, if you come to me, be ready for truth. Be ready for accountability. Be ready for you to acknowledge your role in the thing. Because I noticed when I first got into tarot, I think like the first year when I was really learning about all the terminologies, like karmic, soulmate, twin flames and stuff like that. And I would watch other channels and other readings and stuff. And I would constantly see this theme. I don't know if y'all agree or if y'all seen this, but I constantly seen the theme of, it was always like divine masculine was being blamed for everything. He was always, now mind you, he ain't innocent, but divine masculine was always blamed for the mess. And I'm like, so wait a minute. So you mean the karmic, she don't play a role, divine feminine, she don't play a role. Let's put everything on divine masculine. Because these two other parties over here had no clue how he was. They had no clue. Hey, Sarah Love, how are you? They had no clue of how divine masculine was before they got involved with him. Hey, love, I hope you're doing well. And it's always this narrative of blaming the masculine when really a lot of divine feminines have issues too that they need to work out. And because, again, they like to deflect. Like you said, Aisha, a lot of women are narcissists too. They deflect the blame and they place it on everybody else. Well, I came from a bad household. I had an abusive family. I went through a lot of trauma. all this stuff. You can come up with 1,000 reasons why you have issues. It's up to you to work it out. It's up to you to work on your healing. Instead of being obsessed over a man, be obsessed with your self-care. Be obsessed with your mental peace of mind. Be obsessed with making sure that you're emotionally, mentally, and physically stable and well. A lot of people don't do that. Your friendships with other women, Oh, wow. That's what I was actually talking about, Sarah Love. The toxic cycles. And I actually just posted, if y'all didn't see it in my community tab, I actually posted a really good reading by Mystic Moon Oracles. Angela, she's the author of a few of the Twin Flame Oracle decks and stuff. But she was talking about leaving the Twin Flame journey. And she wasn't discrediting that Twin Flames are a real thing or anything like that. She was, if you watch the reading, it's kind of long, but it's worth it. It was a very good reading that she did, because she was explaining how a lot of times we have things and issues that we need to heal, but we become so obsessed with being in a relationship with somebody who's clearly not available. And that term mirroring, a lot of times the same issues that people have with their person are the same issues that they have with themselves. For example, I have clients that tell me this. Oh, well, he doesn't communicate and stuff like that. Oh, wow. See? Oh, no, Sarah. See what I'm saying? And the thing is, yes, very much indeed, I agree. The thing is, you have to have enough security. We do, Diana. Thank you, love. You have to be very secure in yourself. And I think that's the first step, really, to being able to heal through something that is not serving you and being able to walk away. Because sometimes men will have you questioning your worth. They will have you questioning if you're good enough. You know what I mean? So when you're very secure and you know that you the shit, you're not going to tolerate that from them. You're not going to sit around and wait for them. You're not going to. There's 6 billion people on this planet. What's one? What's one man who's gaslighting you, who's deflecting, who's not taking accountability? Yep. Yeah. And once you know your own worth and you know your own value, it makes it a lot easier for you to say, I do not have to deal with this. Do you know? I'm gonna pull a man saying. Exactly. Do you know how many men would love to be with me? Do you understand? This is royalty right here. Do you understand what you're dealing with? Like when you know what you bring to the table, you don't have a problem with saying, oh, this has gotta go, that's gotta go. You don't have any problems saying no to something that's not serving you, because you know exactly what you deserve. And it doesn't matter from what direction. It could be a relative who's toxic, who's constantly talking down to you, gossiping, being in your business, whatever it is. You have no problem cutting that off, because you understand up here your value. You understand up here that toxicity is going to affect you mentally and spiritually. That's another topic for another day. Oh yes, I remember, Sarah Love. This is what I'm saying. A lot of people are in denial and delusion about the reality of their relationship. And so when you tell the truth, people get triggered, they get offended, and they feel attacked. When all you're doing is giving them helpful and constructive criticism. Woo! Some people, Sarah Love, have to fall on their ass before they learn a lesson, before they see it's not all that it was what they thought it was going to be. It's not that. This is not that. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. But I also wanted to take the moment to say thank you. Thank you to those of you all who've been here with me since the beginning. Shout out to you, Mari. Mari has been here since the very beginning of my channel. She's gifted me decks, and I love her so much. I appreciate her. Sarah Boo, you've been here since the beginning. Love you, girl. Tasha's been here for a long time. Like, shout out to all of y'all who have been supporting of my channel, who have been here consistently. Aisha, if I missed your name, please forgive me. But y'all who have really been here with me through everything, like, I appreciate y'all more than you know. But it's like, at some point, all of y'all were like, I want better. You realized that you wanted better, and you started to do something about it. Because it's one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing to be about it. You know what I mean? All talk and no action. That's fruitless. That's pointless. That's why I said I'm not. People who, oh, well, you know, I want to know where this is headed. I tell you where it's headed, straight to hell. And then you want to sit and make excuses for your behavior. Y'all have seen it. Y'all have, listen, we done seen it all. People coming in here talking about they're with a married man. Do you think that that's going to be blessed? Do you think God is going to bless you in that situation? You're a home wrecker is what you are. But you think that that's going to be okay, that he's going to leave his wife, who he's been married to for 20 years for you? Is that what you think is a blessed union? You've got to be out of your rabbit mind. She came in the last live stream I did a couple days ago. The very last live stream I did. She came in, she asked the same question that she asked every time she's been asking for the past year, almost 2 years now, Sarah. And I got tired of it. Exactly. At all. And I got tired of it, and I'm like trying to it's disgusting, Aisha. Some shit is you just don't do. There should be like a code of ethics. There's some type of immoral imbalance there morally. But she kept asking the same damn question I've been answering for about 2 years now. And she wanted to argue with me. She wanted to debate with me back and forth and justify stupidity with his actions when I told her, I said, you're enabling him. You can't tell me that you're withdrawing energy when every time he calls, you answer. Every time he texts, you jump up. It's always worded differently, but it's generally the same question. And I was asked, well, why do you think he stays with me? I said, because you mother him. You mother him. You give him what he wants. You coddle him when he's going through something. Well, no, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm not doing that. No, that's exactly what you do. Well, he was there for me when I had an emotional whatever, when I lost my job. Anybody could do that. That's nothing special. What do you want him? What do you want, a cookie for him doing that? Like, anybody can do that. That's not love. Exactly, Sarah. That's not love, by the way. For those of y'all who are watching this live stream, that is not love. Anybody could do that. Well, he told me that listen to what I'm saying. He told me that, you know, I will find something better. I'm smart. Why do you need a man to tell you that? Why do you need a man to tell you that? You already know these things because you're wanting to be coddled. You're wanting sympathy. When that's the time, if you lost your job, that's not the time to sit and have a meltdown. That's the time to get up and figure out your next course of action, to make plans to do something different. Absolutely not, Sarah. Absolutely. If you go back and watch it later, the live stream, you'll see what I'm talking about. Absolutely not. Far from it. And that's one of my issues too. It's like, you should know better. You should know better. But like you said, it's an attachment issue. It's literally an attachment issue when you cannot let go of somebody because you're that damn obsessed with the outcome of things with that person. And you keep, here's the thing. Y'all know I say this all the time. Don't complain about something if you're not going to do something about it. Stop complaining about what you're not getting or where things are not going when you keep allowing this behavior. And that's what I told her. Aisha was here for it. Divine was here for it. I don't think Aquarian was here. Yes, Sarah. And every time you refuse to do that work, that inner work that you need to do, it backfires. It bites you in the ass. No matter how much advice is provided, it's, well, I'm almost to the point. Almost doesn't count. Shadow work is very painful when you're not ready to do it. It's gonna make you ugly cry. It's gonna make you really angry. It's going to make you feel a lot of emotions that you suppressed. And if you're already a highly sensitive person, shadow work is gonna take you to the floor. But it's necessary. Aisha, I wish that was the case. But how you getting stigmatized if you're states away? Make it make sense, girl. Make it make sense. I'm keeping it 100 right here, right now. I wish that was the case. You literally have nothing to lose by leaving this situation, but you are so attached that you cannot see it. You can't see it. Sarah, you know. Listen, folks act the fool in public. I'm going to act the fool in public with them. Like I said before, don't come to me with this mess. Do not. And then try and tell me, oh, no, that's not what I was doing. No, that's exactly what you was doing. You're enabling the shit. Every time you pick up, you will say, I'm staying to myself. I'm not involved. I'm taking my time. You're not. You're a liar. Because every time he calls you, what you do? Pick up the phone. Every time he texts you, what do you do? Oh, anxious attachment. Paranoid. Anxious. Obsessed. Crazy. Just crazy over a person. Crazy over a situation. In extreme infatuation. That's why I say obsession. Like, you can't let it go. It's always a topic. It's always a topic. It's a consistent topic. So now you can go back and see it. But that's why I said I'm not doing it this year. I'm not doing it this year. And I told the person, I said, I'm not answering that question no more. Sorry, not doing it. It literally took up, Sarah, I was saying this earlier, it took up a good 30 to 45 minutes of my time, because instead of just allowing me to do the reading, explain what was happening, she kept asking more questions. She kept giving commentary. Well, I only did this, or I'm only doing this, or no, he was there for me and I needed that, and blah, blah, like, is that, what do you, like, what? Girl. Like, it's crazy to me. It's crazy. Right, Diana? Like, I can't, I don't understand being that attached to somebody. But like I said, y'all have seen it all here. If you've been with me for a while now, because I've been doing this 2 years, y'all have seen it all. I've had people come in here attached to married men. I've had people come in here knowing their person was in a third party situation, and right, Aisha, knowing that person was in a third party situation, had somebody else pregnant, and was still talking about I want him. Tell me why. Make it make sense. Y'all, make it make sense. I still want him. Does he want me? Hell no. He's in a whole nother situation. He's got somebody else with child. He doesn't answer my texts. Ding, 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 ding. That should be a red flag. He doesn't answer my calls. He has someone else pregnant. Come again? Do you think he wants you? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Y'all know I say that all the time. Make it make sense. Because a lot of the stuff that I hear makes zero sense. Right, Aisha? On the side. You have a place and it's on the side. That way. Like, y'all. And then I have people who make shit up. Like, well, I think this person is my twin. I've never met this person in real life. I think he's my twin flame. How in the world? I think this person is my twin flame. How? Y'all, sometimes I just need a moment of silence to just like gather all of the stupidity in one ball and just lift everybody up in prayer. Because at this point, but the thing is, if you know that you're not going to do anything different, if you know that you're not going to accept the advice that's given, no, it's not forced. It's advice. You're being advised, right? Oh, okay, love. Thank you for the donation, Tasha. You can drop your question, love. But y'all see some of the shit that I deal with. Some of the questions I deal with. Like, how did you think that person was your twin flame? The man, you've never spoken to the man, you've never seen the man in real life, but somehow in your mind, he's your twin. Make it make sense. Just like that one. Well, he's got somebody else pregnant, and I still love him. Why? Tell me why. And I still want to be with him. Why? Some stuff I don't understand. Or he's still living at home with his mama, but I'm trying to be in a relationship with him. Is that not a red flag for you? Is that not a red flag for you? He's not going to be able to provide stability, honey, because he's not stable. He doesn't have a car, so I take him to work. So is he going to be using your car? Are y'all going to be living in the car? Because he's still on the couch. I just like a lot of stuff. I'm just saying, like, things that make you go, like the song says, things that make you go, It's like, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all wallow in that and figure that out, because it makes sense. And then you tell the person the dead ass truth. Honey, he ain't thinking about you. He ain't thinking about you. He ain't sorry. He ain't thinking about you. He's not finna reach out. It's a problem. Let's see. All right, my loves. But now that we've gotten that out the way, let's see what messages Spirit has for you, Tasha. But what did I say? If you didn't see the live stream on Instagram, y'all can go check it out. Spirit, what messages do you have for Tasha? What does she need to know? If you're new to the channel, welcome. welcome. Y'all, I want to do like come the beginning of February, I want to do a giveaway, just as a support and a thank you to all of my subscribers and stuff. I want to do like an Amazon gift card drawing, like a raffle type of thing. If y'all have any ideas for me, let me know. I've never done it before like that, so I'm trying to think if I can like, can you like send an Amazon gift card? Can you send it electronically? Like, can you email it? I'm trying to think of how to do it. Anywho, Spirit, what message do you have for Tasha? Let me stay focused. We got abundance. We have abundance. Plentiful and no need to worry. So, whatever you've been worrying about, Tasha, Spirit says don't worry about it. But Spirit is saying for you to focus on your health, like physically. If you are working out and you stop, Spirit says get back on board. If you have been taking vitamins, supplements, eating better, if you slacked, Spirit says do it again. Get back on board. Drink more water, eat more fruits and vegetables. But abundance, you are complete, lacking nothing. You have everything you need to get to where you want to be. Spirit's provided that for you. And all I keep hearing is that God always provides for his children. And for the ones who actually put in the work and show him gratitude and appreciation and thanks for the blessings. And I feel like you do that. And so you don't really have anything to worry about. You're going to be taken care of. So if you've been worrying about anything, let it go, my love. Spirit, any other messages? Thorns, challenges ahead, tough situations. Yes, you may be currently facing some tough situations, but Spirit is like, through Amazon, thank you, Aisha. Spirit is like, you don't have anything to worry because, you know, the challenges, the disappointments and things help us to see things about ourselves where we still need to grow, where there's still healing, where healing is still needed, right? So don't get hung up on the setbacks or the challenges or the disappointments, because they're there to help you grow. They're there to help you see things from a clearer angle. And also too, like, challenges and setbacks help you to see actually how strong you really are. Like, you've been through tough situations before, and guess what? God pulled you through. He pulled you through the situation. He allowed you to come out just fine. So there's no need to worry. You know, things get tough sometimes, but that's also to strengthen our faith. That's also to help us to be grateful. It also humbles us. And that was a thing. You know what I mean? Like, it humbles us. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to block this person. There we go. But yeah, it makes us strong. You know that song, What Doesn't Kill You Makes You Stronger, by Kelly Clarkson? Yeah. It's like that. Like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. We go through things because, you know, that's part of the human experience. We go through ups, we go through downs, right? And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to cry. And that's the thing, like, don't be afraid to feel how you feel. That's always the thing. Like, I always put myself in somebody else's shoes, which is empathy. The only time I prefer sympathy is if somebody has transitioned, someone's lost a loved one, or they've lost a home, like something really, you know what I mean? But outside of those type of really deep traumatic situations, or there's abuse or something like that, but outside of that, it's empathy for me, because I try to put myself in the other person's shoes and feel how you would feel. It's funny because Aquarius, we get a bad rep for being very like nonchalant, not, you know, no emotion, but we are very sensitive people internally. And so people don't really see that because we have a very calm demeanor outwardly, but it's like Spirit is calling you to really feel those deep emotions that you've suppressed and not allow it to eat you up. Allow yourself to cry it out. Allow yourself to talk it out, because sometimes, I know for me that helps. It may help for you as well. Like, you know, somebody that you trust to talk it out. And I'm here for that if you need that, to talk it out. Sometimes you need to talk it out. So that way you can and sometimes when you talk it out, when you're talking it out, you kind of be like, damn, you know what? Now I know what I need to do. Now I see what went wrong. Now I see. It's like sometimes, I don't know. I used to think I was the only person like that, but sometimes you have to talk it out in order to see what needs to be changed. And then it's like that Ace of Swords moment, that light bulb goes off and it's like, ooh, okay, this is what I need to do, you know? But don't be afraid of your emotions. Don't be afraid to feel how you feel, because your feelings are valid. Like I always say, feelings and emotions are necessary. But the thing is, not staying stagnant and staying stuck in those emotions. Some people stay too long in deep emotions, depression, anxiety, paranoia. You're not supposed to stay there for long. The moment that you start feeling your heart beat faster, your heart rate going up, and you're short of breath, that's a sign. Your body is giving you a sign. Slow down. Before you respond, before you react, slow down. Take a moment. Church finger. I'm going to be right back. I need a moment to go outside. I need a moment to regroup. I'm going to put this person on hold on the phone because I don't want to say something I regret saying. So I'm going to put them on hold for a minute. Think about how I'm going to respond. I'm not going to respond to this text right now because I'm feeling triggered. I'm feeling some type of way. So I might wait a few hours. I might wait a few days. For some people, I really do that. Sometimes I might wait a couple days before I respond to this text because how I'm feeling in the moment, it may not be, my response may not be well received. The mind frame that I'm in the moment to respond. Yeah, exactly. And that's great. So you're already on the right track. Yeah. It's what I have realized, and Spirit has shown me this over time, through prayer, through meditation. We don't always have to be rushed. You know, Western culture, American society makes us feel, I feel like it fosters paranoia, anxiety, crap like that. Like, you don't have to be anxious. You don't have to be worried. You don't have to be impatient. They are not going to die. Just because you didn't text them right back immediately what you wanted to eat, do you think they're not going to eat without you? You know what I'm saying? Like, people act like everything is an emergency, and it isn't. It's not. The kids are still going to get on the bus in the morning and go to school. Whether they're wearing 5 layers or 2, they're still going to be fully dressed. They have clothes. They will go to school. Whether, you see what I'm saying? You're still going to go to the store. Whether you do it at 5 o'clock or you do it at 6 o'clock, you're still going to go to the store to get groceries because that's what you need to do. It's not an emergency. A lot of stuff is not an emergency. People make things out to be more urgent. You know, that credit card company that keeps calling you about a payment, you're going to get to it. It's not really that urgent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still have 7 days before the bill is due, but they're already calling you, ma'am, we just wanted to, just a friendly reminder about your payment. Like, as if you had no clue. You've been paying this bill for the past 24 months. As if you have no clue. Like, people make everything seem like it's urgent. Oh, this sale is going on right now. You might miss out. And this is why I highly encourage prayer, meditation, whichever one works for you. But it helps to calm the mind and it helps to raise the vibration. They help to, both of them help to calm the mind and it quiet the mind, and it helps to bring your heart rate down, and it helps to raise the vibration so that you can think clearly. You don't have when you really stop and think about it, when you are in meditation or prayer, you're not thinking about outside things. You're not thinking about outside things. It helps you to be present is what it does. So, you know, that's another thing Spirit wants you to do. Let's see. Pillars: protection, support, and stability. Spirit wants you to know that you're protected. You're divinely protected. And you have a support system. You have a support system. You have people here who are here to help support you on this journey. Hi, Sari 444. Welcome to my channel. And Spirit wants you to be confident. Be confident. Believe in yourself and don't back down. Those boundaries, make sure you got them. Girl, I'm with you. Make sure you got those boundaries all this year. Say no to anything that you really want to say no to. Do not agree to anything that you don't feel. If you have to second guess it, it's a no. If it's not an absolute yes, it's a no. Boundaries. Boundaries. Anybody that triggers you when you see their name on your phone screen, like, who is this? Who is this? Oh, here is so-and-so. Today is not the day and I'm not the one. You see what I'm saying? It's $10, sorry. And you can send it Super Chat, Cash App, or PayPal. You see what I'm saying, Tasha? Anything that's going to disturb your peace. Thank you, Aisha. Yep. Block, delete, walk away from, ignore, whatever you need to do to protect your own mental peace. You have enough to deal with. You have enough on your plate. You don't need to take on anybody else's mess either. If you are not in a space to hold space for another person, it's perfectly fine for you to say, today is not the day. I'm not the one. I can't. I love you. I hope everything works out for you, but I don't have the capacity to deal with what you've got going on right now. Because sometimes people will come to you and they'll start venting and they don't even ask. They don't even ask if you're available for that. They don't know what you've been through today. They don't know what you've got going on. So it's okay for you to stick to, yes, there is Cash App, sorry. That, you know, they don't know that you may have been through something. So unless you speak up and say, hey, you know, yes, hey, I really don't have the time today. I just don't. And you don't have to explain yourself either. You're grown. You don't owe nobody an explanation. If you can't do it, you just simply can't do it, and they just have to accept that, point blank, period. See what I'm saying? Sorry, can you drop a green heart once you've donated, please, so that way we can add you. But yeah, make sure that you protect yourself and protect your energy and your peace of mind, you know? Because people, they project. That's another reason. That's another reason, but there's a lot of Aquariuses in here tonight. So my Aqua gang, hey, that's one of the reasons why we are able to detach, because I feel like for us as Aquarians, it helps protect our energy. A lot of the times we don't say get that out of here, because it's too much. People do too much, say too much, react too much. All right, Spirit, what else do you need her to know? We got the Fool, the Fool's journey, and the Fool keeps coming up. The Fool keeps coming up because I just did, what did I do? Cancer and Virgo's reading, and the Fool came up. Spirit says, sometimes the risk is worth it. You don't know how things are going to turn out until you do it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, love. Thank you for the donation. And also, if you're new, if you would please subscribe, I greatly appreciate it. Let's see, the Fool. Yes, the Fool is about taking a risk. You know what I'm saying? Spirit's like also having hope and faith in a situation, but don't go into it blindly. Make sure that you do your research. Whatever it is that you're thinking about or considering doing, make sure that you consider, you know what I'm saying, gang. Make sure you consider the outcome of whatever it is you're about to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't just go into it blindly, which I'm sure you won't. But, you know, Spirit likes to give us warnings like that sometimes. But also not to worry about the details. Because you see the Fool, he's finna walk off this cliff and he don't even know what's below him. Sometimes you just got to take that risk. Sometimes you got to leave everything behind and just move forward on your journey, especially your spiritual journey, because a lot of people won't agree with you. They won't agree with the way you do things, and that's okay. You ain't for everybody. That's okay. You have to do what works best for you and ignore the haters. That's how I see the Fool. He's like, whatever y'all got to say, I ain't worried about it. It's Libra energy. He's moving on. He's moving forward, doing whatever it is that he's going to do regardless. But yeah, taking a leap of faith and moving forward towards something new. We got the Four of Cups. You may have felt taken for granted in a particular situation. I feel like it could be a love situation or a work situation, whichever one resonates for you. But Spirit is like, know your worth. Know your worth. And don't continue to offer your cup of love to somebody who's not going to appreciate it. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. That situation wasn't meant to go forward. That's what Spirit wants you to know. The Chariot came out in reverse. Typically, it's forward movement. But because it came out in reverse, this is karmic energy for me, and the situation was very imbalanced. There was some toxicity in that situation. If it didn't work out, whatever it is, if it didn't work out, Spirit's saying it wasn't meant to move forward. Somebody may also want to reconcile with you. Or you may be hearing from a relative, a close family member here soon, because we got the Six of Cups. Especially with your birthday coming up here soon. So just know that somebody may want to reconcile, somebody may reach out. And we finna go into retrograde. So people finna start coming out the woodworks. Knight of Cups. This could actually be a romantic person, like a romantic partner coming towards you. Somebody that you have history with that wants to reach out, that wants to express love. This person feels left out in the cold. They feel left out in the cold. Because you may have left them out in the cold. I need to quit laughing. But you may have left them out in the cold because they weren't acting right. They weren't acting right. Let's see. Like Divine Cancerian always say, she be like, listen, there are too many people out here for me to be concerned. For me to be concerned with the one who don't want to do right. Temperance, yeah. Spirit is saying to be patient. You know that saying, time heals. Time allows you the space to heal. It allows you the time to reflect on things. Let's see. And balance things out. Giving you the time to balance your emotions about how you feel about the situation. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. A cycle has completed itself. It may have been difficult, and Spirit is saying it's okay for you to grieve the situation, because it is painful when you in a relationship with someone that you really thought that was going to go somewhere. But Spirit is saying you were extremely overwhelmed in that situation, because this person, they talk the talk, but when it came to them walking the walk, was a different story. So with the Knight of Pentacles, it was like this person, it was a struggle and it was drama for this person to just put in the effort. Because the Knight of Pentacles is about putting in the effort. That's what he's about. Yeah, he's the hardest working knight in the deck. And the Ten of Wands is drama. So that tells me that there was drama surrounding this person putting effort into this connection. And that's what caused a lot of heartache and grief and sorrow in this connection, which is why things ended with this Wheel of Fortune. That karmic cycle has completed itself. Spirit's just confirming it was an Aries. The Tower is Aries energy. This person has a lot of ego, a lot of pride, and this person sometimes refuses to acknowledge that they're wrong and that they need to make changes. So you guys had a Tower moment because you know your worth. You're the Empress. And Spirit said, don't forget it, honey. Don't forget it. So, any advice, Spirit? What's the advice? All right, so we have hidden. Feelings and emotions are withdrawn. Yeah. Anytime you're in a situation to where you can't freely express how you feel without somebody trying to make you feel guilty or gaslight you, it's a toxic situation. Uh-oh, we got masculine awakening. Thank you, Spirit. Remember I told you we have the Six of Cups? He's thinking about reaching out. Girl, he's thinking about reaching out. Values the divine feminine with full support and honor, because he realizes he lost a great woman. That's how it goes. You don't miss your water until your well runs dry. We got clearing up. We got clearing up. He wants to clear the air with you. He wants to clear things up. A breakthrough, new clarity and truths expressed. So you may be getting a phone call or a text. Yep. Oh, trust me. I know you have. That's why he's gonna have to reach out to you in order to get a hold of you. But if you've been thinking about him a lot, it's because he's thinking about you a lot, and he's thinking about reaching out. We've got nailed wings, done with the connection, too much pain to bear. Yeah, it was too difficult, and it was hurting you. And anytime something is hurting you, because you have to, no matter how, you get tired of expressing how you feel to this person, so you just started withdrawing. You just kind of started hiding your feelings because you get tired of talking. You get tired of asking someone to do what they should already know to do. So, you were done with it. You were done. But now he wants to try to bring it back up. Choices. And I think this is what you're going to be faced with too, whether or not you want to try to work things out. We have other options or undecided. If there's another person that comes along, you may be torn between that new person and this old person coming in, because it's like you're ready to move forward. But we've got transformation, and this is really beautiful. And Spirit's advising you to continue to work on your healing process, because this is about you, honey. You are the star of your show. And in order for you to grow and move forward and have the type of relationship that you want and that you deserve, sometimes you got to say no. Nope, you had a chance. I'm not giving second, third, fourth, fifth chances. We don't do that around here. No, sir. So transformation, it says a change is taking place. And you may have changed the way that you see this person because, you know, they've had ample amount of time. They've had chances. They've had opportunities to prove to you that they were really serious about this connection and they did the opposite. So that's on them. Let's see. Let me get an ancestor message for you. Sarah, are you still here? Let's see. All right, ancestors, what message do you have for Tasha? Okay. All right, so let's see what we got here. We have Sky Father. Peacekeeper. We have trust that your path is unfolding exactly as it needs to. You have a personal relationship with the Great Father. Know that he is lovingly leading you forward. It says you are a co-creator of your life, and every thought, feeling, intention, and emotion you have is creating the road ahead. With that being said, you don't need to know every single detail. And that's what I said with the Fool, you know, not to be concerned with how it's going to work out, but just know that it's going to work out in your favor. Yes. With that being said, you don't need to know every single detail of what's going to unfold before you. When this card appears, you're being guided to step back and get out of your own way. And I love that because I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. By trusting in God and just allowing him to move you forward. It says, because there's a greater power that's not only around you, but within you. And Sky Father is creating the best experience imaginable for you. Accepting this will allow miraculous energy to come into your life. So see things from a higher perspective, like the eagle on the card. There's an eagle here. And eagles can see from 100 feet in the air. That's how good their eyesight is. So this card can also appear when there are opportunities to improve the father connection in your life. So if there is if you've had a rough connection with your father, that's a relationship that you may need to work on, that spirit's urging you to work on your father connection, because especially for us women, a lot of our relationships with masculine energy starts with the father. And when you've had a rough relationship with your father, it affects your other relationships with masculine energy in your life. Spirit says, if your father figure is in heaven, know that his spirit is drawing close. If he is on earth, there's an opportunity to heal something, whether it's past or present. So, however that applies, my love. But that's what they wanted you to know, that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And it's all going to work out for your benefit. I always love this because the messages are beautiful. Okay. So you got this, love. You know exactly where you're headed. You know exactly what you want. And I love it. Okay. All right, Sarah. Let's see. So you want to know how Carlos would feel if you decided to reconcile with him? Sarah, how long have you and Carlos not been together? Let me ask that. Because time tells a lot of things. Time tells a lot of things. Time tells, it tells a lot. It tells a lot. Have you guys been in communication recently? Is that why he's kind of on your mind right now? Have you guys been in communication recently? So what's the energy surrounding this connection between Sarah and Carlos? Waiting, analyzing. Okay. Okay. You're most welcome, Tasha Love. Thank you. Thank you for coming in and showing your love all the time and your support. I appreciate you so very much. And definitely sending blessings. You know what you may have to do? Because he may think about it. He may think about it because I got pumpkin seeds. And that's like waiting, analyzing is what I got here. And I got party planner, event gathering, karaoke night, singing, dancing, music playing. So it's like you two may need to actually spend time together. You guys may need to spend time together. But just so you know, he could still be dealing with somebody else. Because we got spiderweb, deceit, lies, and caught. So he could already be dealing with someone. So that could put him in a position, an awkward position, you know. But in order for you to really find out, you guys may want to actually get together, like set up a meeting, so to speak, you know, meet up somewhere and just, you know what I mean? Like just kind of, well, you haven't been in someone's presence for an extended amount of time, if this makes sense, Sarah. You want to have a face-to-face conversation about where you left off and what it is that you want moving forward. Does that make sense? Because you really don't know where he is mentally right now and all he's dealing with, because you guys are not in each other's company for almost 3 years. That's a long time. And he doesn't really know everything that's going on with you either. So it's good to have like a heart-to-heart felt, face-to-face, in-person, sit down, you know, if you're sitting down in a restaurant or whatever, to talk about things, you know what I mean? To see, kind of get, so you can intuitively get a feel of if it's even possible. Does that make sense? Because I feel like he's still attached to somebody. Yep. I feel like he's still attached to somebody. I feel like he would entertain you, but that if you're wanting more than just entertainment, I feel like that's a serious conversation, and then that would face him with a very serious choice, because now he's like, you know what I'm saying? Because it can't be, he can't have his cake and eat it too. He can't have both people. So now it's like, whoa, like, do I want to just up and leave where I've been for the almost 3 years now and try to work this out? Or, you know what I'm saying? And then also too, it's really good to ask yourself with waiting and analyzing. It's going to take you some time to really analyze the situation, to wait and see how, you know what I'm saying, how he reacts and everything. But also to analyze, what is it that you really want from him? Why is it that after all this time, you still want to give this person a chance after something so serious? Because cheating is a serious offense, honey. It ain't nothing to be taken lightly. So, and then you've got to also consider that, let's say he said, okay, you know what? Let's give this a go. Okay. Are you still going to have in the back of your mind the other woman? Are you still going to have trust issues in the back of your mind because of what happened the last time you were together? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you really want them problems? Do you really want to be haunted by the memory of what happened the last time? Or are you completely over it? Mm-hmm. And you can still have that's something that you need to think about and consider, because it's good. Emotions are powerful. Not only that, but you have a child together. And so you don't want to be in a situation to where you're putting your child in a, you know what I'm saying, in a back and forth situation, because what if he was to go back to that person again? You see what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's like you've got to count the risk of that. You know what I'm saying? And you also have to be prepared for his answer. He may say no, 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 mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes. And you know what a great place to be? Great place to be somewhere like a karaoke bar, somewhere singing, dance. You know what I mean? Like where it's where you guys can talk. I would say more like, because we've got event or gathering, like a restaurant. I would say a restaurant, because you can actually hear each other talking. But you know what I mean? Where it's in public, maybe you guys can have a couple of drinks or whatever, but grab a bite or whatever. But you guys can actually sit down and talk and see if that's something that you really, really want to explore. You know what I mean? Because it's been a lot of time. Like I said, he could still be attached to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So for the sake of, for the sake of that, for the sake of your emotions, because those are strong emotions, especially when you've been lied to, it's a lot. Girl, you gotta quit giving Dusties time. Quit giving the Dusties your time. Well, see, honey, here's what you gotta do. See, here's what you gotta do. You gotta serial date. And when I say serial date, like just talk to somebody for a month, 2 months, 3 months. Just talk to them. Just go out. Just, you know what I'm saying? That's it. See if, you know what I'm saying? See where it's gonna go. Because I feel like, I hope you don't take offense to this. I feel like if you go back to that, it's like you threw something away and you went back and dug it back up. That's what that feels like. That's what that energy is kind of like. You know what I mean? Like, it's an like, I was done with that. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how that. It's been almost 3 years. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? And there is better out there. There is better out there, and you deserve the best. Yeah, you should move on, but don't give up though. Don't give up. Don't give up. You got to be persistent. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes to get what you want, you have to be consistent. That's just like when I first started my channel. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get 1K subscribers. And I surpassed it. I got 2K subscribers. You see what I'm saying? But I was persistent. I constantly kept doing my streams. I constantly kept posting my content. I constantly, you gotta stay at it. You're gonna win. You're gonna win. And you gotta tell yourself, I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have what it is that I want. I'm gonna have what I want. But also you have to learn to detach. You have to learn to detach, because when you're so concerned about having it, you won't get it, because your mind is so focused on, fixated on this particular thing. It's like, allow it to come to you, because you're great, Sarah. You're great. You know what I'm saying? You're a great woman, and you know that you have a lot to offer. So when you see the Dusties, you can send the Dusties on their way. Hi, hey. I'm not available. But then when you see when a non-Dusty finally comes up, then you can be like, oh, okay. Can we talk a little bit? You want to go get some drinks? You see what I'm saying? You want to go out to eat or something? You want to go get your something, But, you know what I mean? You have to, it's like sifting through trash. There's something good in there. You just gotta be patient enough to allow it to come to you. It's going to surface. You just gotta allow the process to work itself through. But that situation, honestly, I feel like it's going to be another, what I'm getting from this spider web is you're going to be caught in a situation, because I don't think he's going to be ready to fully release the other party. I don't feel it. Spirit, how would he feel if she told him that she wanted to get back together? Let's see. Creepy, leaving with something or someone. Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna feel like he's gonna have to choose between you and the other person. That's what he's gonna feel like. And it's gonna be a lot. He feels like it's gonna drain his energy trying to maintain a family, because that's what you want. We have bloodsucker, energy draining, leech. He feels like you just he may feel like you just want something from him, like he doesn't know what, but he may feel that. How's money feel about it? That you guys do still have chemistry. We have the craft, which is magic chemistry. Like you guys do have chemistry, but then again, you have a child together, so you're always gonna have that connection. If she reaches out, how else might he feel about it? Yeah, like he's always gonna have a connection to you. Yeah. That's the word. Acknowledge, recognize. Yeah. He's going to acknowledge that you have, you're a good woman. You know, feminine energy, to me, this is divine feminine presence. But he's going to acknowledge that you're a good woman, you know, and that you, like I said, you're an amazing person and you deserve the best. But at the same time, he may feel like his energy is depleted because he's trying to maintain a family, because that's what you want. And the thing is he ready for that? You know what I mean? He may not be. He may not be. And that's the reality of it. Spirit, do you have advice for Sarah? What's the advice? Let's see. What's the advice? We have savagely cruel and unbearably toxic. It could end up, yeah, Spirit's like advising you that this could be an unfair type situation. It could be toxic. Even though you've been daydreaming about this situation or really thinking about it, it's been heavily on your mind. Thoughts and wonderment, yeah, it's been on your mind. It's been on your mind. But it's more like daydreaming. It's more like a fantasy for you. Like, this is what you like. But the reality is, Spirit said it'll be a battlefield. It'll be a battlefield. It'll be competition and conflict, fighting. Like I said, I still feel like the other party will be involved somewhere. I still feel it. We have peace, and Spirit says harsh times end and tranquility is ahead. Right now, if you're in a single energy right now, Spirit says focus on your peace of mind, your stability, your career, your financial situation. Look, and we got romance. Romantic feelings are worth exploring. But if this is something that you want, definitely reach out and say, hey, can we talk? It's the first step. But we have awareness. Pay attention, red flags, and trust your intuition. Like I said, you may have to fill the situation out to see, look, we have making peace, apologies, to see if he's willing to go forward. You know what I'm saying? He may be a little guarded too. Spirit wants you to know he may be a little guarded, standoffish, or defensive about it. Savior rescues and uplifts you. He may feel like you're trying to get him to take care of you, like I said, and he may not be ready for that, but at the same time, you're just wanting to clear things up with him. You're wanting to clear things up with him, and you're wanting things to be restored, like an energy of restored back to the way they were. But the thing is, because he cheated, it will never be back the same. Once that type of trust is broken like that, it'll never be the same. Like I said, you may still have moments where you think back to like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, I remember when I found out about this, or I remember when, just, you know what I mean? Because we're humans and we have memories, and it's hard to let go of memories. So even though you're saying that you've healed, memories can be hell, because you'll be put in a situation, a place, a smell. It'll trigger a memory, and then you're in your feelings because you remember when you found out about the affair. You remember when you found out that this was going on, or how you felt at the time, or where you were at the time, and it just, you know what I'm saying? It can be a lot. It can be a lot. It's heavy emotions there, heavy energy. But Spirit's advice is to focus on what is going to actually bring you peace. Because this could be more problems. Remember, we had battlefield, conflict, and that type of thing. So, you know, focus on what's going to bring you more peace in the situation. But if you feel this is what you want, Spirit says go for it. Trust your intuition, though. Be aware. Don't be naive. You're going into this knowing the possibility of him saying no, the possibility of him still dealing with the other person, even though he may be telling you one thing, he could be doing another, because he's already proven to you that he's a liar. If you're a cheat, you'll lie. It takes a liar to cheat. And when people show you who they are, you got to believe them the first time. You don't want to keep putting yourself in a situation to be your heart to be at risk of being broken. Let's see. Do people change? Absolutely. But the thing is, that's a risk. That's a risk. Is it a risk you want to take? That's the question you may want to ask yourself. So I hope that helped, love. Was there anybody else who donated for a reading that I just missed, or anything like that, y'all? I want to make sure before I hop out of here. If not, I'm going to end this live stream. Much love to y'all. Peace out.